Well, I'll actually pull up some of those retail names. Of course, Target reported earlier today, taking a look at the major averages right now. Not too much movement here today, given some of the activity that we've been seeing over the course of the week. Still down on the day for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So not a ton of movement on that consumer confidence number particularly, but down by about 0.4%. The NASDAQ composite holding on to some slight gains here fractionally. That's after we were lower earlier today. We're higher by about 0.2%. And the S&P 500, it's about as flat as it gets, hyper waffling, oscillating in and out of gains and losses as of right now, but flat, about as flat as it gets at this point in time. And since I mentioned retail, let's take a look at some of those retailers as well this morning. And of course, Target was the latest company to report in that capacity. We've already heard from Walmart and what their earnings scenario looked like, as well as the forecast that they issued here. And similarly here with Target, interesting to see them up by about 3%. Given some of the weakness that they've already started to cite here going forward. And we're going to hear more from them, their investor day starting out this hour. And so keep a close eye on any commentary to come out from that event. But it's up by about 3.1% for shares of TGT, Target or Target, but Walmart, some of the other retail names, you're seeing them only having some fractional gains or losses in the case of the online e-commerce company Amazon, of course, e-commerce plus, if you will. But Walmart up by about 0.4%. And that's some of the retail environment for you. And then just briefly, let's take a look at the NASDAQ 100, the tech heavy average there. We were talking about Tesla earlier, of course, a big investor event coming up this week. That is certainly in the minds of investors. Tesla holding on to gains here today of about 0.2% here. And then also keeping close tabs on some of the social media companies. Take a look at Meta Platforms, that move. It's up by about 4.2% here on the day. So keeping a close eye as that company is looking to start to charge people for verification. I'm not sure how many people are going to pay, but we'll see if it works out for them, Julie.
We will see if it works out for them. By the way, we're going to check in with our Brian Sazi on those Target headlines coming out from their investor day. That's coming up a little bit later in the hour, but the company is saying, among other things, it plans $4 to $5 billion in capital expenditures this year, which they say is a somewhat slower pace. We'll be getting into that and some of the other headlines.